This sucks. Jett Lawrence done for the season. Apparently he tore the UCL in his thumb practicing at the dog pound on July 2nd. So add that to his shoulder injury. They're shutting him down for the year. Man, horrible news for this season. I'm sure we'll get a little more information as this breaks, but I was about to post this video and I just got this. It was just emailed over, so this sucks. What's up, guys? Hey, it's been a wild week. We got Deegan controversies. We got Davey Coombs continuously defending some weird business practices. And I know a lot of you guys are tired of the Glen Helen stuff, so that's at the very end. So if you want to get through the rest and you don't want to listen to that, just turn it off then. Brock Tickle's coming back. I got my Thailand tickets. I will be going to watch Mark Savage do the 24-hour record in Thailand. I got my, however this goes, I'll be there. And lightning rod energy. I love this stuff. A lot of these energy drinks leave you crashing. These guys reached out to me. I tried their stuff. It's awesome. It's not like some of these drink it, you feel jittery, crappy. You just feel good. It's kind of it's a healthy energy drink. I don't feel crappy, and it actually just makes me feel better. Head over to Lightning Rod Energy. Use the code COOKSY for free shipping.
You need people like me so you can point your fucking fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
All right, I'm going to start with the Hayden Deegan practice controversy. So a lot of people are saying, hey, it's illegal that they rented the track. They're not supposed to be on the track. I don't know what the rules used to be. The current rules are 5 days. You can't be on the track 5 days, which is also ridiculous because most of these top guys can get in on any press day they want and they can go test the day before. This 5-day rule is ridiculous. All it really does is keep privateers from getting to the track and testing. Any of these other teams could have done exactly what Star did. Had they contacted Southwick and went out there, they could have. This is what separates Deegan from the rest of the people. Yes, he's given all these opportunities and he's had everything, but you cannot deny the determination. I mean, look at Evan Ferry. Evan Ferry has had every advantage that Hayden Deegan has, but he doesn't have that desire, that grit, that work ethic that you can see in Hayden Deegan. And the Star team spent a ton of money to go up there because they knew that track was going to be a weakness. And while it wasn't illegal, the rules say 5 days. It was further out than 5 days. It's a dumb rule to begin with, but they still didn't violate it. So, hey, good on them for doing that. Now to the clown show that is the AMA. Why are they doing the sound? Like, the sound testing thing is a joke. Yes, they probably targeted some privateers. I had Matt Hammer, he did a long form, he broke down the entire process, and there's a good chance he was targeted because the AMA rule book is nothing more than a guideline book. Davey Coombs himself calls it a guideline book. They wrote in this rule book, it's so vague. There's 2 separate sections on violations. There's one, it has sound listed, but then there's another one that has different options. It's 100% up to the AMA race director, whether they take a lap, whether they take points. It doesn't matter. They can do whatever they want. There are no set rules. They write down one rule, then they wrote down another rule that can totally undo it. So like if a guy has a smashed pipe and his bike's loud, the race director can say, nah, it's ridiculous. Why are we even testing for sound at outdoor races? And why isn't it done inspection? And if you really do not want these things to be loud, how about we do this? Get with the pipe manufacturers, tech them, make sure they're, when they go off the line, and if you see somebody who's extra loud, you fine them. And then you progressively raise the fines. Let's not act like sound is a determining factor on the racetrack. Do we really want to have races decided by some dude with a clipboard? No, we don't. We want the best riders to win. And if their bike's a little bit louder, then they have to pay a fine. And if they do that enough times, they'll stop. They'll find a pipe that's quieter that works just as good. With that said, I still think sound rules are ridiculous. But at the same time, if they're going to do it, but let's not take away from the racing. Let's not take a fast lap time. That's dumb. And as for the conspiracy theories that Deegan, they changed the map and blew his bike up before sound, maybe, but probably not. The thing is if they're doing that, why wouldn't they just put a map that doesn't rev that far and it's quieter and it just passes? That's a lot easier than just blowing the bike up. It was smoking. And yes, it kind of looks suspicious, but I honestly think it blew up. And why are you revving bikes after they've been on 2 30-minute motos plus 2 laps at Southwick? Are you just, the AMA officials do not care about your bike, period. I don't understand why they're doing that. So if the Deegans blew the bike up, I don't care. I do not care. He won the race, and 3 decibels doesn't make a difference. He still won that race, and I don't want it taken away from him. If you haven't checked out Coach Rob's podcast, if you go to coachrobspodcast.com or on YouTube, you can see Coach and Toolman Dan talking about vet racing. Vet racing is hard. Our older bodies don't recover as quick. We need longer times to get ready. They talk about mammoth prep and then mammoth recovery. So head over to the Coach Rob podcast, check those guys out. Epic Garage Designs. Do you want to look factory? Hit up Epic Garage Designs. Their cabinets, flooring, slat wall, you name it. It's badass, and nothing will make your garage look better than the stuff that Epic Garage Designs has. Now to entry into these nationals. Matt Hammer on the show, I'll put at the very end, you get the suggested videos. I will add his interview in there. If you want to see how difficult it is to find out if once you send your money in, you buy your license, you do all that, you still don't know. It's absolutely crazy. We were talking about it on the interview with Matt, and he was like, man, what if I drove 25 hours and had no idea? Northern Nevada pro Casey Carmichael did just that. Drove 25 hours to find out you didn't get in. Are you kidding me? AMA, get off your asses. MX, whoever does this, you need to let these guys know, and you need to solidify this a little bit better. Maybe have a live website where it lists like who's on and who's not. You gotta add some transparency there. Stop screwing over these poor guys that are driving, trying to make their dreams come true. Hey guys, check out Ride Strapped. Get your goggles, chuck your X brand. Ride Strapped, strap goggles will not sue your local track. Awesome product, customer service. Go over to Ride Strapped, get that, get your shirts, whatever you want. They got some cool stuff. Hit up ridestrapped.com. If you're shipping anything, which a lot of these privateers are probably shipping a lot of stuff, they might want to hit up Precision Transport. That's pretransport.com. This is a company, unlike MX Sports, that will tell you all about where your stuff is and they will give you up-to-date information. So you don't have to wonder where your stuff is. They'll tell you. Unlike MX Sports, where you got to wonder if you're actually going to be able to race. So Brock Tickle is back. The rider who really kind of disappeared. Yes, he came back shortly after his big suspension, but he was the guy that was, part of the Baker factory, and it's an old story, you had to go back, but he drank some tea from this guy, and they did testing that day. He popped, but he suffered 2 years. It was a long ordeal, but he kind of got screwed out of the end of his career. But he has a good job with Kawasaki, and he's coming back for Redbud. He's going to do some racing. I look for him to be around 5th to 10th, but it'll be nice to see Brock Tickle out there. He's only 34 years old. He's not that old. He's still in really good shape. I think he's going to, when a guy comes in off of one race like that, sometimes they can do pretty good. They're fresh. It's not like he hasn't been riding. He's been riding his butt off, testing and doing that stuff. So I look for Brock Tickle as high as 5th, and I don't see him falling below 10th. Now to the stuff that I'm tired of talking about. You guys are probably tired of hearing about it. But Davey Coombs continues to try and spin these narratives about how he got control of the series. He wants to spin this thing about Bud Feldkamp, when in reality, the reason Glen Helen doesn't have a national is because of tickets. Absolutely, it come to discretionary tickets. Davey Coombs will tell you they give these away. No, they don't. They sell these tickets. Every rider that buys, they'll tell you they pay $70 for every single person. Those discretionary tickets, that's what's being sold by MX Sports. So yeah, it's a big deal, but it's a money issue. No matter the personalities, whether you don't like Bud or you don't like Davey, they were working together. It's not a personality conflict that keeps that race from happening. It's a money issue. And Davey's been trying to clarify how he got control of the series. There's a lot of mystery around how that happened. According to some of the people in the NPG that I've talked to, they allegedly sent Davey and Kerry to represent the NPG at the auction. AMA Pro Racing was auctioning off the rights to the racing. They sent them, they said they could go up to $2 million. That's what I was told. Well, Davey comes out of that and says, we didn't win, but I worked out a deal and MX Sports has the rights. It's really shady how this happened. And I don't know that we'll ever get the true story unless somebody from the Daytona Motorsports Group wants to come out and tell us exactly how that happened. I wasn't born yesterday, and I see how profitable these nationals are. Just so you guys know, these races rake in the dough. And I'm not against anyone making money. I'm a capitalist myself. But at the same time, the way MX Sports operates, they're operating similar to a franchise with these tracks. They're saying, oh, we'll sell you the rights to the race. They are acting like a franchise, but they are not following franchise law. That is an antitrust violation. There will be more to come on this. There's some stuff still pending. These guys at the MPG aren't done, but to just say, aw, shucks, we got it, that's not the story. And hang tight. There will be more that comes out later on. But thanks, guys. I appreciate everything. And yeah.